Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier with a rundown of what we currently know about the salvage mechanics within Star Citizen. This is a lot of topic which I've tried to crush down into a no bullshit format. If you like it, I would appreciate it if you'd send it to a friend. Also, I'm not gonna lie. This subject was on my mind because the channel is currently giving away an LTI Reclaimer ending on the 24th of December. Let's begin. Any ship that can carry cargo can technically be used for salvage. If you plan to make salvage a profitable use of your time, a salvage specific ship may be what you need. Right now there's officially only one ship that's announced, but I would expect more in the near future, especially as the game mechanics involving salvage are added to the PU. The Aegis Reclaimer. Currently we know very little about the Reclaimer, but it is the go-to purpose-built salvage ship. The ship exists in concept, however it's described as a building-sized wrecking and reclamation machine. The full package. Service drones, sensors, processing factory, storage, cutting lasers, tractor beams, and of course a large arm to clamp onto that wreck. This may not really be a drawback because it's team gameplay, however I want to make it very clear. You should not expect to be able to solo this ship for anything other than just to move it. So don't expect it to be very effective unless it has a full crew. The Reclaimer will no doubt require a full entourage of other ships. Things will simply work better with some support and security. It's not been confirmed yet, but there will no doubt be a prospector-sized ship whose role is salvage. I'm personally expecting a craft that can be operated by 1 or 2 people with a tractor, cutters, and basic cargo capacity. If you don't have one of those specialized crafts, don't worry. As I said, any craft with cargo can perform manual salvage by hand. With the item port system, you can simply release the valuable component by hand. The next level would involve hand tools or hand cutters. The tool would let the player split the large items into smaller, more maneuverable sections. Escalating that even further, we would see shipper drones mounted with cutters, or possibly separating the wreck with weapons and then tractor beams. And finally, we end up with my favorite, which is brute mechanical force to shear the parts away. I can actually see many of these levels being performed at the same time by a team of friends. If you had a small team of people equipped with a mixture of well-suited ships, the job could not only be profitable, but enjoyable. It's been a while, but in the past I've used scenarios to talk you through the information, and I decided that this would work best in this case. Scenario 1 is super easy. You're in a Super Hornet with a base loadout. You approach the wreck of a Saber that mounted 4 size 3 bearing M5As. This would be a great upgrade to your craft, and the area seems quite safe. You EVA over to the Saber and release the weapons. Float them over and mount 3 of them to your Super Hornet hardpoints. You would simply leave the inferior weapons on site as you fly away, happy with your new find. For Scenario 2, you're flying by a large wreck in a Cutlass Black. You slow down and scan for a bit and then realize that there's some very valuable size 6 weapons just floating out there in space. You slow down and stop next to the wreck. A crew member opens the door, performs a simple EVA to release the weapon. Now, using a hand tool or a ship-mounted tractor, the part is brought aboard, and then you can continue on your way a little better equipped. Scenario 3, you're flying a dedicated salvage mission with a Caterpillar covered by an escort. The escort includes a terrapin which greatly increases your scanning fidelity. The team gets a clean hit on a destroyed Polaris. The Caterpillar is positioned broadside so the tractor operator is facing the Polaris. With the doors open, crew members can now approach the wreck in Argos and on Dragonflies. The crew simultaneously free up manageable sections and then the tractor operator pulls them towards the open doors. Several more crew members are waiting on board to ensure that the sections are placed properly with hand tractors. The operation continues, protected by a detachment of fighters who are on the lookout. Once the Polaris is fully plundered or the CAT is full, the team can return, close the doors, activate the mag plates, and bugger off. Scenario 4 is the type of gameplay that I would love to get from Star Citizen. You hear that an Idris wreck has been discovered adrift just 1 sector over. The org you're in has a pair of Reclaimers and no plans for the next 24 hours. You decide to go after that salvage. The org sends out a pair of vanguards to scope out the area. Once you get the all clear, 2 Polaris, an Idris, and a flight of fighters jump in to claim the area. The salvage is now yours as long as you can defend it. You notice a couple players doing some manual salvage with some small ships, so you send your Sabres over to say hello. Your Reclaimers now jump in and latch onto the hull. The drones make very short work of the hull plating from the wreck. While that's going on, several Argo cargos fly into the wreck scouting for really valuable items or perhaps a functional ship. The team finds a slightly damaged Gladius which a crew member flies out. The team also finds a working size 2 shield generator which is put onto the Argo. Back outside, a rival org jumps in but is completely outgunned by your org. They hail requesting a negotiation. They explain that they only want 1 capital-sized weapon and they offer you a small finder's fee if you'll let them take it. You agree and task one of your ships to oversee their salvage operation. Time passes and the holds are full. A friendly Hull D jumps in with an escort and starts to cross-load the salvage. I'm pretty sure you can see where this is going. The gameplay possibilities are remarkable. And what if parts of the original crew were still alive and needed medical help? Or let's say someone had set explosive devices on board to impede your salvage operations. Or maybe Overdrive is using the ship as bait and is going to attack you. My hope for Star Citizen is that CIG is able to step up and code to this level. I know that this community is made up of a huge cross-section of gamers and not everyone is interested in dogfighting. We need that strong set of vocations, and I plan to take my time jumping from job to job once the game goes live. I hope that you liked the approach that I decided to take with this series. Stay tuned as I'm on vacation for the holidays and I plan to step up my content. If you liked the no bullshit approach, please consider subscribing for future content like this. My goal is to grow this channel and I can't do that without the help of citizens like you. Stay safe and I'll see you in the verse.